Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to City Skylines Natural Disasters. I hope you're having a wonderful day because things are going really well for Pepper Lake at the moment. I have made a couple of changes since the previous episode. I've also let time run, so we're sitting on almost $1.5 million. But the first change I made was to this road over here. It now runs straight out to the right there, as you can see, and then curves around like this for all of the vehicles to sort of go in and out of the city. Most of them, obviously, as we saw, just going straight through the city. That's where I made a second change. I went ahead and had this road tunnel underneath a lot of this space because this traffic was backing up. Obviously, it's not backing up as much as it was. It was backing up quite far because of a tiny little junction here, basically the one that used to be beside this one. This used to be effectively a little roundabout type thing for the middle of these pseudo avenues with the one-way roads. I got rid of the little bit here, tunneled that under, and now the traffic is flowing straight through the city and is close to flowing a lot more consistently. It's not quite there yet, but it's close. The third and final change I made was to this road. It no longer runs the whole way up alongside this one the way it used to. This one's also no longer a one-way road leading down to here. And the reason for this is because I wanted to create a similar layout for this highway, effectively, to what we have with these ones, where the entrance and exit roads are on different avenues, and they are a little bit further apart, and you have to go around to get to one or the other. And basically, it makes things flow a bit better, and I'm doing a bit of mumbling there, which is good. But this will help traffic a little bit in the long run. With, I had to make sure that there were no junctions close to either side of this entrance, I guess. Originally, this came in here and there was a tiny little section of road that would have caused all sorts of problems. So that's why it comes over like this. And I know these turns aren't very efficient. And I know that traffic has to slow down going around them. But I don't think there's ever going to be enough traffic that it's slowing down there is going to be a problem. And I also wanted to go with the right angle turns because it gives me a square in here to expand into, which is the first thing I'd like to do today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to expand over like this. And we're going to make ourselves a nice grid space for some residential zoning. So we're going to expand like that. We're going to go to there as well. Then we can just expand through like that as well. And that gives us a pretty good space for a bunch of residential zoning, which is what I'm going to throw in there. So let's get ourselves some pipes to this area. So the people in here can have a nice drink of water. And then just throw in the zoning. Just like so. Let's also go ahead and just change that up a little bit. Bulldoze you. And I think what I'll do is actually put some commercial along that bit of road. And possibly that one too. Just so that the residential is sort of contained inside of this whole area. I think that's going to look a little bit better. And I think it'll look especially cool considering we do have this road, this raised road going around it. So I do like that. I think it looks kind of cool. We do need to get some more offices into this area as well. So something I think I'll do is go ahead and expand this across to like there. And then go up to, I think there. Does that come straight across? No. Does it? Actually, yeah, that lines up perfectly. Okay. I think it lines up perfectly, does it? Yeah, that lines up perfectly. So this square in here can be very similar to the residential square beside it. In that, you know, the layout is going to be very, very similar. But this one's going to be for offices. And possibly a bit of commercial as well. But mostly for the offices. So there we go. Very, very similar layout. Let's get the pipes in so they can have another little drink if they want to. And we'll connect those up like that. And we'll go ahead and bring some pipes over this way as well. I will say, I'm actually really enjoying this scenario. And it might be obvious. I mean, I haven't really complained much about it, and I usually complain about City Skylines a lot more. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's... I think I said it towards the beginning, but... why did I put residential in there? It is really fun playing City Skylines with an objective and kind of an end goal constantly in mind. Well, saying constantly in mind is maybe a bit unfair. It's not constantly there. I'm not constantly sat here going, oh, I can't wait for this to be over. But what I mean is, for me, it's very different to sort of know that there is like a point at which I will achieve the end goal of the scenario. Also, you might be wondering why I placed all those crematoriums. You might have noticed the zoning was basically expanding a little bit when I did that. I also realized that technically there should be nothing zoned there. So that's that fixed. Let's just go ahead and put a path the whole way to there. And we can do a little bit of commercial zoning in that corner, I suppose. There we go. So this area is going to fill up quite quickly. I think I might throw some parks in there. I might as well. Just get a bunch of them in there to make that area kind of fancy and appealing to everybody, I suppose. Could put a Japanese garden in there. I think what I'll do is just throw some shops into that middle bit. And hopefully they'll grow up to be big and strong. That's what we're going for with those shops. Interestingly, traffic here, again, is flowing pretty well. It backs up a little bit at the roundabout. Traffic coming in on this side is actually backing up quite a bit, which is annoying, to be honest. Very, very annoying, to be honest. I'm not quite sure the reason. It does look like it is just a merging thing here, because a lot of it wants to go to the right. But I think we can deal with that. I do think we can deal with that. Also, traffic here just... I love how the traffic flows on these roads. It is really nice seeing just all the lanes getting used to one degree or other. Like, that's something you don't often see in City Skyline. Oh my god, there's so much traffic there. You don't often see the lanes getting used relatively well in cities, so I feel pretty good about that. I'm liking it. Also, this area filled up super quick. I think I'll go ahead and expand to this side as well. Except I'm gonna go like this and make sort of a... Oh, what way would this be best? What would... I think if I go an extra 10 this way, then go 20, then go to there, and then I think, can I connect through there? I actually can, which I want to do. So that lets me really nicely surround these highways, which is actually a really good thing, because it means that they're not going to be as noticeable. And that's kind of what I was saying with all of this. Yes, it's a big straight line, but eventually we're going to incorporate it into the entire city, which is going to be awesome. So I'm actually really excited about this. I don't think I can continue this road. Oh, I can. Okay, well, we'll do that. I can't continue that one, I know, because there is a pillar there, but I can bulldoze that for a second, continue that road straight through, and then I should be able to just do that. I like it. I do. That's not a one-way road or anything, no. That is a two-way road. Good. So that continues through there real nicely. Can I get zoning right against that avenue? I totally can. There is going to be a little gap in there, but that's fine. Let's bring a road done like this. And let's see. Let's get zoning right up against the raised avenue here. So like that, and then down to there. That's fine. Connect those guys together. Let's see. I guess I can leave a little gap in there. I guess that... Oh, hold on a minute. Let's not do that. Let's get this to connect all together properly. Do I maybe avoid doing zoning on the avenue itself in this particular case? I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing I want to do. I guess I could bring this road here. Sort of done like that. And that does fill up the entire space. I just don't know what way the zoning is going to work on it. But I think I'll do it just because it does fill up the entire space, and that's kind of what I want to go for. So, let's delete you for a second. That road's fine, I think. Unless I did something like that and deleted that bit. Which I guess is fine. Gives me a bit of an open space in there, but that's going to do. Let's see. It is probably worth deleting that bit as well. Or possibly keeping it and then deleting that bit. No, I think I'll actually leave that bit deleted so I can put some paths in there. The zoning's going to be a bit weird in there, but that's not too much of a problem. Let's get high density residential once again against that. Ooh, I realize I do need a road going straight across there. That needs to go to there. And then that zoning goes like that. That bit comes out. And a path goes there. That seems fine to me. I also need to place a crematorium or something so that the zoning fixes itself. I really don't get what's up with the zoning here, but it is constantly doing this. It's really strange. But there we go. That's that sorted. I guess that bit should technically be commercial. I guess this could all be commercial as well. So bring that all down as a bunch of commercial zoning. Do a fair chunk of commercial zoning in here, I suppose. We'll do something like that, I guess. Then fill up the rest of it with residential. Because we can. Now, obviously, that's not going to fill up immediately. Actually, to be honest, I should do some offices. Offices would probably be a better bet for along that section there. So we'll get a bunch of those in. We'll actually just do an entire chunk of offices there as well. And we'll do a bunch of them there as well. That should look good, though, when it builds up. I'm actually really excited about that. It's going to look really cool. That can go there. And connect up that way. That's going to connect over to there. And let's just fill up the rest of the zone with pipes. And there we go. All right, let's get it built. I am actually super excited for this area because it's going to nicely surround this this raised avenue. And like I said, it's going to help it be incorporated into the city. Which has been my plan all along. It's been my master plan. Traffic here is still having trouble. Not too worried about that. It's moving. Like, this is cleared up a bit. This entire bridge here is cleared up a bit. This is still backed up like crazy, but I think, honestly, public transport's probably something that'll fix that, and I have been sort of neglecting public transport a little bit here and there. Speaking of which, 355 people, 53 people, 200 people on bus line 3, which is... I don't know what bus line 3 is. It's the more direct one, isn't it? Okay. Let's try and create a few new bus lines, I suppose. So, I guess if we had a bus that went through a lot of that space, sort of along there a bit, then into... Oh, what way is this going to work? Up to there, over to that bit, then come down this side. I think what we can do is create a bus that loops around the new area. Like, really nicely around the new area as well. Which will totally help people to get around. Which is absolutely a good thing. So if we put it there, put a stop there, put a stop there, and put a stop just there. It's a pretty big bus line, but it will help you get around that that entire area. And I think technically that is bus line number 4 and should have, should be white, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think the more direct, like, sort of point A to point B line was supposed to be blue. I think that was my plan. I'm also thinking that I want to move some stops or add in some stops. I think I want to add a stop to here. I think that could be an interesting place to add one. We could definitely do that. I think I kind of want to add one down there as well, though. So if that stop moves to there, then we get another one and add it to there. And another one and add it all the way down there. That might add more people. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, wow. This area filled up super quickly. Good lord. That's ridiculous. But I'm so okay with it. Look at that. That looks awesome coming through there. I'm actually really pleased with that. That looks so cool. Alright. Let's do a bit of upgrading over this way because we still have these low density buildings. So I think I'm just going to clear out a bunch of residential zoning. Just the whole way up to like there. And then replace it with... Actually, is doing high density here a good idea? Because these roads are barely getting by. So a bunch of high density over here is probably really risky, but I think we might be able to get away with it. I do think clearing out a bunch of this space is going to be a good idea, and doing high density. And then clearing out a bunch of this as well is a good idea too. Obviously, that's going to knock the population down a little bit, but that's fine. I think I will keep some of the low density stuff for the time being until I maybe work out a better road layout for this space. But this area... I mean, that looks like a city to me. Like, you look at it from here, that looks like a city to me. That looks really cool. I know it is just a bunch of grids, but I'm super pleased with it. Especially this bit. I really am super pleased with it. Now, what else could we do? We have a bunch of industrial demand. We also have over $2 million. Good lord. How are we doing for the challenge? 4,000 full lifespans, not bad. Definitely not bad. Traffic here is still backing up. It's still that roundabout. And I know roundabouts are really inefficient ways to get people in and out of cities, but I kind of want to keep it because I don't really want to try and rework this area just yet. Oh, I have just noticed we still have the fire helicopter depot, don't we? We should get a, we should get the big helicopter depot idea thing that I was talking about. That could be a lot of fun. Okay. I actually want to do this. Okay. Let's do a road to there. A 4-lane avenue that doesn't really go to anywhere. We'll put it to like there so it's sort of... Actually, no, that can't go under. That's fine. So that's perfect. A 4-lane avenue there. And I want to put a police department's not really necessary. This area's got pretty good coverage. We could put a prison down here, but I don't think people really want to live near that. Fire coverage in that area is pretty good too. And healthcare is pretty decent in this area. Do we have a hospital in here? No, that's crematoriums. Yeah, we have a hospital right there, so... I mean, realistically, we don't need another one over here. I do think it would be really cool, though, to get the medical helicopter thing. So let me move the hospital to here. 13,000 to do that. And then put the medical helicopter thing right beside it. That's 80,000 and 1,920 per week, but we can't afford it. So we're gonna do it. And I think doing that looks kind of interesting. What I'd also like to do then is bring a path around the hospital like that. And it does connect up to the hospital, so it looks fine. I actually can bring it over like that as well. So I'll totally do that. I'm actually thinking of bringing it through there as well. Just like that, because why not? In fact, delete all of that for a second. And I can align that path just a little bit better. Just like that. And I do think that does look a bit better. Connect it up to there as well, and we have the hospital and helicopter depot set up quite nicely. And I'm also realizing if I was to bring a little road in like this, for one, I could put zoning on it, but for two, I could put my own parking lots on it. Which don't look as great as I'd hope they would. Let's see. Could I make it look a little better? I reckon I can. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. If I put more stuff around it, it might help. Let's see. If we do that, that'll give me more parking, I suppose? I don't know. It doesn't look great, does it? What does that do, though? Can I put it under there? No. Well, that's a shame. I can do that, though, so I might just do a sort of stacked parking thing. So if I went that way a little bit, I can stack my parking lots that way. I guess that sort of works. I guess I can go with that. It doesn't look terrible, and it does sort of just add something to the area. So we have that. Let's bring a path over like that, which surrounds the parking lots a bit as well, which is pretty good. And now we just need a police helicopter thing in there, which is sort of gonna fit, I guess. It's gonna have to go there. We're gonna have to get rid of the path there. There we go. So police helicopter depot is in. The helicopters are immediately heading off as well, which is kind of cool. Let's also just sort this path because it's not quite perfect. There we go. That'll do the job. And I guess I'll put a couple of trees just there to make it look a bit better. And maybe there as well if I can get one. There we go. That'll do. That doesn't have water. Oh dear. Can I get a police station in there as well? Totally can. There we go. I mean, I guess that works. It's a very expensive area. That's for sure. But, I think that's okay. I think it'll do good stuff. I kind of do want zoning in there, though, because it is a very open area. So I might move the police helicopter across the road from that one. Like that. Move the police station itself to be there. Delete those pathways in the road and all that. Bring a road down here. And try and get some zoning on it. Just like that. Even if it's just commercial, which it probably will be. But I think that's going to look better if we do get a bit of zoning back there. And do get a bit of activity, basically. Because it would be a very kind of empty area. Without any shred of activity going on. So there we go. That'll bring that area to life a little bit. And I guess the police helicopter can exist sort of down here. Then we can build out around it or do something with it, but... Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I do like it there, actually. Let me figure this out. I'm gonna figure something out here. There we go. That works a bit better. We're gonna keep this little bit of avenue down here as a turning space. We have the police helicopter depot just in there. The medical one is just there with the hospital right beside it. We have a small fire station back there, a big old police station back there, and we have some zoning back there as well. As for this area, I'm thinking offices. You probably wouldn't want to live there anyway, because it's going to be right next to helicopters and all that stuff. So working there is going to be fine. And obviously they're going to need some water as well, so we'll throw that in there. And that should be pretty good. And that should fill up pretty quickly too. Now, obviously these are very expensive, having these helicopter pads, but they should do a pretty good job. Especially the police one, because it just keeps the crime rate down, which is good. And then the medical one is sent out to pick up patients and take them to hospitals. At the end of the shift, they return to the depot. So they're hopefully going to do some good stuff. Having a small fire station back here as well means that any fires in the area can be dealt with. And I like it. I'm really, really pleased with how the city's expanding over here. Obviously, the population's not amazing right now, but that's fine. I do think, though, it might be time to buy another tile. I might start expanding down this way. I don't know where I want to expand, really. I mean, let's be realistic. It's going to have to be, like, there and there. Otherwise, we're going to have a weirdly shaped city because you can only have 9 tiles. So I think we're looking at our 9 tiles. I don't know where exactly to, expand to next. I think down here might be the better option. It would give me another connection to this highway. It might let me make this whole thing work a bit better. These two are probably ideal, actually. Because I can turn that into basically a 4-way interchange, bring some roads over here, and take them down that way. So people coming off of this highway can go that way, rather than straight through this little neighborhood here, which is not equipped for that much traffic. So let's buy this one. And buy that one. And let me pause, because I'm aware of what I've just done. Oh boy, do I know what I've just done. I'm fully aware that buying all of that does put us at some serious risk. So I think I might actually want to look into a new disaster response unit. So bulldoze all of that. And give me a disaster response unit right there. And bring that road down to here. And across like that. And let me bulldoze... Or not bulldoze, but D-zone the bits at the sides there. And that looks fine. So that's another disaster response unit down there in that corner. Could probably do with one up in that corner, somewhere up there. We are going to need more bunkers as well. So, let's try and get one of those in the go somewhere. In there would have been nice. Somewhere there would have been nice. Or right in the middle there. I think right in the middle there is going to be a good spot for a bunker. Let's see. Over here is going to need some bunkers too. So... Oh, right there is actually not a bad spot. It's going to interrupt that path that I placed a while ago, though. So let's do a bunker there instead. That'll give pretty good coverage for that area. I mean, these are really expensive, aren't they? 1,600 per week. I can't afford it, though. Also, that area needs some zoning. Let's do commercial. And let's maybe get a couple of small bunkers. So let's just get a couple of them there. And... let's get a small bunker somewhere up here would be good. Yeah, coverage is alright in that area. Let's go for a small bunker there. And let's also get a small bunker just into that area too. So that as much space as possible is covered. Because we absolutely have something on its way. There is a disaster that is going to come our way. Absolutely guaranteeing you that one. Don't know what it's going to be, though. Could be a sinkhole. And if it's a sinkhole, that's fine. A sinkhole's not a problem. A tornado could be. A tornado could be a problem. A pretty serious problem at that. And I know I know we don't have evacuation routes set up just yet. We really should get those set up, I suppose. I guess we'll do that. I guess we'll set up an evacuation route. Where did I put my bunkers, though? Right, there's a big one there. I don't know what the ideal route is for this kind of thing. So we're gonna just sort of do this kind of, like, these guys over here need to be got by this this evacuation route. So we'll sort of go around like that. grabbing a bunch of people from this space. And then back in there. We'll get a bunch of people from over here as well. Then these bunkers, this little one can grab people from down here. So it can go like that way, I guess. There's got to be a fair few people in that way. Yeah, it can go sort of that way and back. This bunker, I'm not going to set up a route for it. This one is going to sort of deal with this area in here. That seems really inefficient, actually. What do I up there? Let's just sort of send it back and forth in some of these roads to get as many of these people as we possibly can. So around like that, down to there, and then I think straight back. Alright, that might work. It might not. This is a pretty big bunker, so this one's hopefully going to need to, this one's hopefully going to get a lot of people. We'll go around like that. We'll go up to there. We'll try and get some people from that area as well. Come down this way, through that little neighborhood there, and then back to the bunker. Alright. I don't think those are very efficient evacuation routes. But, we're gonna have to deal with that. That's what we're gonna have to deal with. Because I'm not really interested in changing them right now. I haven't looked into what the most efficient way is to do evacuation routes. So, yeah. I might have to do that eventually. And by that, I mean, I'm gonna have to look into efficient evacuation routes because I just don't know what they are. It's not really something I've ever thought to look up, to be honest. I will say, at this point, I am just sat here waiting on whatever the disaster's gonna be. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna leave it there for today, because cliffhangers are a real pain in the butt. Thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines and Tornado Country Part 8. And in Part 9, I guarantee you, a storm's gonna be brewing, or a sinkhole's gonna be sinking, or both, because I bought 2 tiles at once. Something's gonna happen. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be exciting. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!